Hi, this is Chris McDonald, finally presenting you with that LinkedIn training that I promised. You're going to really enjoy LinkedIn. It has a lot of advantages. Well, let's just get started. These are the basic symbols that you're going to see. At the risk of being overly simplistic, whenever you look for LinkedIn or you see LinkedIn, you're going to see symbols that will be similar to this or something similar to this. LinkedIn is now a little bit over 10 years old, and it was established as a leading social media platform. Over 300 million users now use LinkedIn. 35% of those people access LinkedIn every single day. There are over 25 million profiles that are viewed on LinkedIn every single day. 1 out of every 3 professionals has a LinkedIn profile. Now, a business itself can have its own profile instead of just an individual person, and there are approximately 3 million businesses that have LinkedIn profiles. LinkedIn reported their earnings of $861 million for its first quarter in 2016. It was also recently purchased for $26.2 billion by Microsoft Giant. You can find out more about that on my blog at chrismcdonaldnc.com. So why do we want to use LinkedIn? Because it helps create an awareness. It helps improve your online reputation. If you're a business, LinkedIn provides a huge opportunity to network with many contacts. Using LinkedIn will definitely create more awareness of you and your brand online. LinkedIn helps you to be seen as a thought leader. A thought leader is an individual or a firm that is recognized as an authority in a specialized field. So this is something that you definitely want to be seen as a thought leader. Thought leadership and influencer marketing. There are several features that are going to allow you to position yourself as a leader within your domain. Leadership and reputation go hand in hand on LinkedIn. So of course you want to have that good reputation. You can network and engage with other influencers, and you can also provide high quality leadership and participate in the LinkedIn communities with your profile. You can sell on LinkedIn and you can generate leads. It's great for business-to-business leaders. The platform offers very personal ways of identifying a potential lead, of engagement, and even leading those people into to be customers. You're able to network with potential clients and market directly through LinkedIn. Customers and prospects are very likely to post questions on LinkedIn. This gives you the opportunity, whenever they post a question, for you to go ahead and give that answer. And of course, that shows your know-how and your ability. There's a lot of traffic on LinkedIn. That is another reason why you want to use it. You know, we hear people all the time, we hear that, show me the money. We see that LinkedIn actually produces more revenue than any of the other social media network platforms. Why? Because it's actually made for business. This is a business-to-business platform beyond a shadow of a doubt. LinkedIn is the perfect place to ask questions and gain insights. So of course, that's a good case for all social media marketers to be using LinkedIn. Don't miss the handout that I provided that goes into more detail about why you want to use LinkedIn. So it's time to start getting ready and setting up your profile. This is going to be the hardest part and the most time-consuming part of your working with LinkedIn. Some people have said that Facebook is more of a college party. Twitter is a little bit more of a party that is like an office party. But in LinkedIn, it's more of a networking event. So to go back over those again, Facebook's more of a college party. Twitter is more of an office party. And LinkedIn is more of a networking event. Now, all of those platforms have their place. I'm not trying to say that you should only be using LinkedIn, but if you have a good profile on LinkedIn, you're going to be able to network. 77% of the users said that LinkedIn helped them to research people and companies. You want to make sure, first of all, that you haven't signed up for LinkedIn before. At the top of your LinkedIn page, you're going to see a search bar. So you want to look for yourself and make sure that you didn't set up another account. If you did, you want to make sure that you merge that information or totally delete the previous account. When you're setting up your profile, please remember that this isn't the time to be sexy. And having information from your website definitely is not the way to go. We don't want this kind of screen garb that's going to be on your profile. We're talking about your profile. Whenever you set up your profile, you want to make sure that you have a good picture. A squeezed photo just proves that you don't understand how to do your sizing. It doesn't matter if you're a hiker, an adventurer, or if adventure is part of your hobby. You want to make sure that the profile picture is something that the person is able to see. Not kind of squint and see if they have an idea of what you might look like. And it doesn't matter if you like to party hardy. You can put a picture like this on Facebook maybe, but you definitely don't want a picture like this on LinkedIn. Incorrect sizing does not set you up as being different. It just sets you up as not having a professional picture. Not being able to see your profile is equally unprofessional. It's great that this guy plays the guitar, even if he's playing in a band, but it doesn't let me see anything about him. If you have poor lighting, that's a really bad idea. It's a poor idea. You can do better than this. I understand that some people feel like they need to use their logo. You spend a lot of money getting that logo, and you want to show it off. The problem is, this is not the place to do it. You can put that logo that you created on your business page. You can put it on your, you can use it on Twitter. You can use it on, even though I don't recommend it, you can use it on Facebook, but you definitely do not want to use it on LinkedIn. And you don't want a tiny, tiny little picture of yourself. That's not going to create something as a professional portrait. You don't want your LinkedIn profile to show just how unprofessional you are. Don't let this be you. One of the things that I started doing whenever I first started with LinkedIn is, of course, I wanted to build up some numbers. Then I studied and worked on my LinkedIn profile. Now I'm a lot more picky, per se, as to who I'm going to allow into my network. One of the first factors that I look at is if I don't see a good picture, I just go ahead and notate the name, and maybe I'll go back later and maybe I'll read the profile and some of the summary information about the person, but that's not necessarily always going to happen. The first thing that I'm going to look at is going to be that profile picture. Make sure that your profile is public. And this one's really important. If your profile isn't public, you're not going to have any visitors. Make sure that you have a professional looking headline. Your headline is going to be seen just as much as your profile. You have 120 characters to work with. And the handout that I'm giving you helps you to create that profile. Your headline needs to be full of the keywords that your customer is going to be using to look for you. Use the Google keyword tool to go ahead and find the related terms. Some examples: if you're a relationship coach, you're going to look at terms like fix my marriage. If you're helping people with chronic illness, you want to have something like, how can I find work? If you want to find someone on the internet, we automatically go into Google, and in that search engine we go ahead and type what it is that we're looking for. So what is it that your customer is going to be typing to find you? Those are the kind of words that you want to use. The secret is to make sure that you litter your LinkedIn profile without making it unreadable. You don't want it to just be full of words that don't go together and they don't flow. That's just loading it up with keywords. You want to write a short and direct description about yourself. Again, my handout goes into more detail and gives you links to help you do this, so make sure that you get it. You want to go ahead and customize that URL. If you customize it, it makes it more personable and easy to remember. Here's what mine looks like. Okay, this is my customized LinkedIn URL. If I didn't have this, it would look something like this. Random numbers that do not tell people anything about your SEO or anything about you or who you are. So try and make it a personalized URL. Take the time to work on that. So directly beneath that profile area, you're going to see boxes that talk about language, honors, test scores, patents, projects. These are all areas that you're going to want to work on. Beneath that section are the posts that you'll be writing. This is what mine looks like. All of the next categories can be moved based on what you want and what order you want by going ahead and putting your cursor in the top right corner and doing a very simple drag and drop. So you see, you can go ahead and go into that, hold it down, and move it up or down based on wherever it is that you want that profile section to appear. Your summary is every bit as important as your headline. Remember, this isn't supposed to be a resume. It's supposed to tell us who you are, what your passions are, what your top career achievements are, what's your contact information, and you don't want it to be any more than 150 words. If you skip adding your telephone number, the one good thing is you're not going to be spammed by people that are offering to put you on page 1 of Google or other pages. But at the same time, if you're using LinkedIn to look for jobs, it's not going to allow you to have a potential employer contact you. The best guideline for this is to fill it out like it's a resume, but use bullet points. Include your previous and your current positions. If your position had multiple roles, then write them out. List them all separately. If you have a link to your website, take the time to include it. 68% of LinkedIn users reconnect with previous associates, so this is a great way to build up your presence. Companies want to hire or purchase based on experience. Make sure that you go ahead and take the time to show that off a little bit. You can include in your other categories certifications, courses, skills and endorsements, organizations, causes that you support, and any other personal information. All of that, you're given spaces to do that on LinkedIn. Now, again, I've mentioned the handouts twice. One is going to be more detailed information on why you want to use LinkedIn. And then the next one is a checklist that you can use to help create that LinkedIn profile. My next class is going to be on optimizing your profile and groups on LinkedIn. I hope that you enjoyed this, and I look forward to speaking again. Bye-bye.